The email landed in Mara's inbox at 2:13 a.m., Manila time. She'd been staring at her laptop for so long that the blue light had become a physical ache behind her eyes. The office was dark except for the soft glow of monitors and the occasional blink of the router. Outside, Makati's midnight traffic hummed in distant waves. Inside, the air conditioner rattled in the corner like it was also tired but trying its best. Mara almost missed the notification. She only noticed because her cursor slipped while she was dragging a line on the screen. New mail, Skybridge Consortium, shortlist. Her heart stuttered. She blinked hard and sat up straighter, as if posture could change the outcome. Please, she whispered to nobody. She clicked. Her eyes skimmed the first lines, not really seeing the words, just hunting for the one that mattered. We are pleased to inform you. Her chair rolled back with how fast she stood up. A strangled noise, something between a laugh and a sob, escaped her. They made it. They actually made it. Kuya Eli, she yelled, voice echoing through the quiet floor. Kuya. From the corner office, a man in his early 40s, in a ratty 8 Neo shirt and sneakers, stumbled out rubbing his eyes. His hair stuck up at the back like a small black crown. What? He mumbled. Fire? Flood? Deadline moved to sunrise? We're shortlisted. Mara's lips trembled into a grin. For Skybridge. We're in. That woke him up. Elias Eli de Vera, principal architect and perpetually half-exhausted optimist, stopped mid-yawn. Don't joke with me, he said, but he was already walking toward her. Mara turned her laptop screen so he could read. The Skybridge Consortium, an international panel representing a joint project between Tokyo and Manila, had just shortlisted 5 firms to conceptualize a new landmark, an earthquake-resilient, climate-conscious, mixed-use tower straddling both cities symbolically through design. A paired landmark, the brief called it, 2 structures, one in Tokyo Bay, one along Manila Bay, visually and conceptually linked. 5 firms. 3 from Japan. 1 from Europe. And their tiny, chronically underfunded, Filipino studio, Emergent. Eli read the email twice. Then his shoulders slumped, like someone had taken a 20-kilo backpack off his back. Putang ina, he whispered, a laugh in the curse. We did it. Mara grinned so wide her cheeks hurt. For a moment, the years of staying until sunrise, the clients who paid late, the endless "can you lower your fee" conversations vanished. It was just them, their screens, and a door that had finally cracked open. Eli clapped his hands once, hard. All right, he said. Call everyone. No one's going home. Mara laughed. We weren't going home anyway. Exactly, he said, eyes gleaming. Now at least we know why. The presentation in Tokyo was scheduled 2 months later. In those 2 months, Mara forgot what sleep felt like. She slept in fragments, 20 minutes on the couch in the pantry, 40 minutes on a beanbag, one memorable power nap sitting upright in the meeting room, face pressed against a stack of material samples. But she also had never felt so alive. The project brief was insane. The Twin Towers had to withstand earthquakes and typhoons, integrate renewable energy and water systems, serve as public space, not just a commercial monument, symbolize a bridge between cultures, resilience, and the future. Plus, the subtext everyone understood but nobody wrote down. The Japanese side of the project wanted to prove that no one designed for earthquakes like they did. Which, to be fair, was mostly true. Japan's seismic engineering was the stuff of textbooks. Mara had studied their base isolation systems and tuned mass dampers in grad school, tracing the elegant lines of Japanese towers in her notes like they were calligraphy. But now those towers weren't abstract examples. They were competition. Let's be real, said Jonah, their structural engineer, during one exhausted 3 a.m. strategy session. 3 Japanese firms, 1 European megagiant, and us. Who do you think they're expecting to thank you for participating politely? Us, said Mara, circling a massing study on tracing paper. Obviously us, Eli said, sipping cold coffee. That's why we can't do what they're expecting. Mara tapped the paper. The concept had been her idea, but it only existed as rough sketches and 3D blobs for now. Everyone's going to do some variation of the same sleek glass needle, she said. Tall, elegant, very severe, very expensive. Which makes sense. But that's not us, Eli finished. And it's not Manila. What are you thinking? Asked Jonah. Mara took a breath. This part always felt too sentimental when she said it out loud, like she was bringing a poem to an engineering meeting. Have you ever watched the barangays along the Pasig after a flood? She asked softly. Like, really watched? They're not pretty, I know. They're messy, improvised. But the way people rebuild, they reuse everything. Wood, steel, tarpaulins, containers. They build upwards, sideways, slanted, whatever works. It looks chaotic, but if you map it, it's a system. A living one. It flexes with the seasons. Jonah shrugged. Yeah. That's just poverty architecture, though. Mara frowned. It's not poverty. It's resourcefulness. It's adaptation. Eli was watching her closely. Go on. What if the tower wasn't some pristine singular form? What if it was a vertical barangay? Clusters of modules that can absorb movement. Sky gardens, public decks stacked like terraces. Instead of resisting the earthquake, it moves with it. Not just structurally with dampers and isolation, but spatially. Units can expand, contract, reconfigure. The building grows like a living organism, like a bamboo grove instead of a stone pillar. She suddenly became aware of her own voice, slightly breathless. Sorry. That sounded better in my head. But Eli was nodding slowly. A vertical barangay, he said. Adaptive, modular, porous. That's very Filipino. And in Tokyo? Jonah asked. You want to stack informal settlements in Tokyo Bay? Not informal, Mara said. But inspired by that logic. In Tokyo, it could echo Mashiya townhouses, narrow, layered spaces. Modular pods, but minimalist, quiet. The two towers would look like siblings, one chaotic, lush, humid, the other precise, restrained, but they share the same structural DNA. Same structural DNA, Jonah's eyes narrowed with interest. Like a diagrid exoskeleton that's identical in both, calibrated for different loads. Exactly, Mara said quickly, grabbing the moment. Same skeleton, different skin. Like twins raised in different cultures. Silence stretched in the room. Eli's gaze drifted to the pinned-up drawings on the wall, covered in scribbles and coffee stains. Then he smiled. All right, he said. Let's do the thing no one expects Filipinos to do. They landed in Tokyo in mid-October. The air was a crisp 16 degrees Celsius, so different from Manila's heavy humidity that Mara's lungs felt almost startled. Through the shuttle bus window, she watched the city slide past. Clean lines, subtle colors, everything tuned to a quiet order. Tokyo always looked to her like someone had taken Manila, filtered out all the noise, and straightened all the crooked angles. Yet under that calm, there was a constant awareness of something that could shatter it all in seconds, the threat of earthquakes. Skybridge's planning committee had booked them in a modest hotel near Shinjuku. Nothing fancy. They weren't the kind of firm that got suites. They were the kind that squeezed 3 people per room and pretended they liked it that way. Room keys, Eli said, distributing them like game cards. Presentations start tomorrow at 9. We're the last slot before lunch. Classic, Jonah muttered. Save the wild card for last. You mean the probable elimination, said Lisa, the youngest member of their team, with a wry smile. We're not here to play safe, Eli said. We're here to mess with their expectations. Mara rolled her suitcase into her room and let it fall, then walked straight to the window. Tokyo glowed below in soft grids of light. Somewhere, among all those towers, were the headquarters of the firms they'd be presenting against. Firms whose work she'd studied and admired. Firms with offices on 3 continents and portfolios that included museums, airports, even entire districts. And Emergent had a mall in Quezon City, a university building in Laguna, and a scattering of houses and co-working spaces. Great projects, sure, but not Tokyo Bay landmark level. Her phone buzzed with a message from her mom. Anak, did you arrive na? Ingat lagi. Send pictures. Mara smiled. She snapped a quick photo of the city lights and sent it back. Yes, Ma. Big day tomorrow. She didn't say, I'm terrified. She didn't say, if this goes wrong, it'll confirm every quiet doubt I've ever had about our place in this industry. She just typed, love you. Then set the phone aside. She opened her laptop. One last run-through wouldn't hurt. The next morning, the Skybridge offices were a study in polished understatement. Light wood, glass, and the calming hush of money well spent. A receptionist with a perfect bow led them to a waiting area overlooking the city. A tray of tea and delicate crackers appeared as if summoned by thought. Mara wasn't hungry. Her stomach felt like it was filled with static. Across the room, by another cluster of chairs, sat a group of men and women in matching black suits, sleek and self-contained. The logo on their folios was one she recognized immediately: Koba Plus Partners, one of Japan's most respected firms. She'd once written a paper about their Sendai Cultural Center. It still sat, carefully printed, in a folder back in Manila. Seeing them in person, real people, not glossy monograph photos, made her throat tighten.